everyone, Soliloquy here. Welcome back to Battle Rap Resume. It's probably the last time I'm ever going to say this on this show, to be honest, because Soliloquy versus Briggzy is out on Code Red. Regrettably for me, but it's out. I knew this was going to happen. And when I was choking on that first round, and it's painful to watch, isn't it? I had to watch it on 2 speed, to be honest with you, watching it. I couldn't watch the actual thing unfold in real time. I knew this singularity occurred, and I saw everything spiraling out from that moment. I knew that there were going to be all this statuses about it. I knew that I'd have to do the recap episode when I got home from London, and I knew we'd have to eventually go through the battle when it came on YouTube, and that's what we're doing today. And just before I do, there's the Patreon, which gets mentioned in the show a lot. If you want to help support us, leave us a review on iTunes at battlerapresume. And, you know, today I'm joined by someone who is genuinely a very good friend of the show. You know, someone that I've actually started another podcast with that I'm sure I'm going to be aggressively shoehorning throughout this entire episode. We've covered top 5 Don't Flop body bags, top 5 King of the Dot body bags. We did Fozzy versus Jack, but we've got a whole new enterprise today. And, you know, it had to be with Deffinition. Def, how's it going, man?
It's tricky to rock, go rhyme, that's right, on time. How's it going, Tom? You alright?
Not really.
Covering some Code Red body bags soon, won't we? Fucking hell. Bit sooner than you'd like, I'm guessing.
Oh, man. It was... I remember you text me, actually. I think you texted me just after the battle had gone down, asking how it went down. And I purposely didn't reply for hours. I was just... Yeah. It was... Yeah, it was painful, and, you know, I want to say to everyone listening... It
was like 8 Mile, wasn't it? But it didn't have the redeeming battle at the end.
No. I was like Brittany Murphy, just getting fucked, basically. It was awful.
I was a bit annoyed because I've lost all my notes that I made on the battle as well. But I'll freestyle the notes, Tom. Don't you worry about it. That is
a foreign concept, I assure you. Jesus Christ. So, you know, everyone listening, comment below. There's been a lot of feedback on this battle in the Facebook groups, on the comments. People, I think, have been too kind to me. I don't want to say that, you know, there's a warmth towards me, perhaps, for Battle Resume. I expected people to really go hard, to really sink their teeth into my neck, and they haven't really. And I was hoping you would as well, Def, but I know you've lost your notes, so maybe this will be more of a gentle expression. But comment below what you thought about Bison Briggs versus Soliloquy. Def, general thoughts on the battle?
Well, my first thought was... You know, when you were going through your first rap and can we start again, please? Can we start again? Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking the piss out here. I'm really sorry.
Please do.
So first watching the video, I don't know if it was my internet speed or what, but it started off with an advert. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know anything about editing, Tom.
Right.
Well, you do, because you cut most of your rounds short. But you shouldn't have a still image with no music on, and that got me angry to begin with.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I was really angry there, and I was I don't want to watch this. I haven't watched a battle for about 2 months now, you know, Tom, and this kind of brought me back, you know what I mean? I'm finally going to recapture my love for battling, I thought, but obviously I didn't. And, you know, Briggzy sort of opens with, I don't know why I'm here, and it got me more angrier, because I didn't know why I was there watching this either, but I left it on, I suppose. You know, he did a good job getting you that first round, I thought.
Yeah, I think...
I remember him calling you 2 peas in a podcast.
Yeah.
I thought he's got you there because you're a bit soft. I suppose that does actually apply to us right now, doesn't it? We are sort of 2 peas in a fucking hell. Briggsy's bodied you so good. He's bodying your mates when they record podcasts with you. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Danny Jack says please subscribe to Battle Rap Resume, which I appreciate. Please do. You know, but this was... Yeah, this was difficult to watch. And I don't want to apologise to Battle Rap Resume, because there's this parallel, like, I wish I could crawl into a time warp in a German town. Shout out to all our Dark fans out there. And, you know, it could be different. I could change something. But I suppose I can seek solace in the fact that I wouldn't have won, even if I didn't choke, I guess.
Yeah,
Do you think Briggzy...
definitely.
Yeah, because, I mean, he was really good.
It
And
just sort of buoyed you off. There's sort of this thing between battling where some people think Awkwards beat T-Rex and some people know T-Rex beat Awkwards, and it's sort of this whole thing of just not giving a shit and just making the other person look like a bit of an idiot, Tom. Which Briggsy kind of got on you there.
He did. Look, there's been people arguing on the forums that I won, which, thank you, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, let me just nip this in the bud now. Like, I did lose 3-0, and I made it worse for myself watching the first round, especially when I turn my back to Briggsy like an asshole and then I choke. It's just like,
You know, it's weird watching you battle. Like the voice. I know it's your voice, but I just don't associate it with you.
No.
So it's a bit jarring.
Yeah.
Like when you opened on, "Hey everyone, welcome back." Say it. Go on, say it.
Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to, you know.
It took me a second to realize like you weren't doing an impression of the show, like it was your actual voice.
That's me.
But it was good because that's like what you're famous for. So I think at that point people were laughing with you instead of at you.
Yeah.
Because they like hearing your stupid voice again, don't they? They're like, oh, he does that stupid little podcast. So, you know, they like hearing your voice. They don't hear it much after that, but they like hearing it for that line, you shitty little choke artist twat.
It's just like... it's just... Okay, let me just explain this, by the way, because there's a reason why I did choke. I did rehearse.
Because you didn't learn your stuff.
Well, I did. I rehearsed. I rehearsed a fair amount, and you know, and also I want to just say as well. Let's just answer a few things here. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, just desserts," all that smack he was talking. I was just building the battle. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm never going to battle again, and I don't want to battle again. I'm sure, you know, Dub Scandal would have me, or other leagues would have me, but I have no desire to at all. I'd already battled a few times as well. I think a lot of people think this is my first battle, which kind of makes it worse, actually, because I've got some past experience here. But, you know, it wasn't, and, you know, I didn't do very well, and I just wanted it, not even because it was Briggsy, I think it's just because I wanted a name, I had the show, you know, it was kind of a fun thing. Like, it's been going on for almost a year now. Like, it was like April 2017, I think, when this whole started properly. You know, maybe there was a bit of an uncertainty to it. But basically, my intro I didn't think was funny enough. So the original line was, "It's the return of Soliloquy, the guy that 2-0'd that twat Turner and put the mighty 142 on the back burner." And I didn't think that had any mustard to it, basically. It didn't have any sizzle. So I changed it like a few days before. "It's the return of Soliloquy, the guy that 2-0'd that twat Turner, no sweat, and check the timelines. Losing to me is what made 142 depressed." That was the line.
You should have started with, "It's a return of Soliloquy, that shit MC that didn't free." And then it would have been like very meta, wouldn't it?
I suppose so. It was very meta. It was horribly meta, being captured. But if you notice, I sort of say it's a return of Soliloquy, the guy that 2-0'd that twat Turner, no sweat. And then I think because I hadn't rehearsed that line much, I just sort of went into this black hole, really. And I checked my phone, but I will say this again. Look, I lost. I'm not trying to make excuses. There was nothing on my phone. I didn't. I mean, I just got like
a there certainly wasn't any messages of support from me.
Because I remember when I was at Chalked Out before, someone had showed me that like a tip Shuffle T had said was to write your round as your phone's screensaver. So when you put the lock screen up, it's kind of there, so you can just check it instantly. And I remember in that moment remembering that and wishing that I did it, but obviously I didn't. There was nothing there. I tried to call...
It's sort of a nervous reaction, isn't it, looking at your phone?
Yeah, I suppose.
Like when you're in a bar by yourself and you're just going, "Oh, yeah, that's on my phone."
Yeah. And it was... And I call time, and you just hear this groan, because I think everyone was disappointed. And then I think I mentioned this before on my little Code Red recap, whatever. Soljitsu, I say Soljitsu in the battle, I actually say, like, thanks Soljitsu or something. And I saw him, and he just like, "Start it again, go again." And I don't know, it's weird, like, it was in chunks, like, I just choked, and I could go again, and then I choked, and then I'd go again, and it's like, it's a disaster death, I mean.
What I like is that when you choke, Max Sherry puts his head down. the lad Mac, famous for choking, is even ashamed to be there. He's just looking at him thinking, "You're a little fucking twatty little cunty choke artist, aren't you?"
Yeah.
I don't think people realise, but these podcasts, they take about 3 hours to record because you keep fucking it up and start. Sorry, that was really harsh. But you do kind of pick up steam again.
Yeah.
And you were good. I think your first round was definitely your best one.
Yeah.
But it's sort of hypocritical because you're telling battlers to not be shit.
Sure.
But then you sort of are being... You know what I mean? You just come across like a little cunty, twatty, bellend joke artist, basically. It's a bit...
Yeah, I already did. It was just... I don't know. I never really thought I was going to win in my heart of hearts. I sort of knew that he just did have that experience, and only there in the ring did I realise quite how, good he was, how seasoned he was. And I got some laughs from some stuff, bigger than you digitally and midgetly, which is very silly and goofy, but, it does well. And Briggzy... Midgetly, some neologism there. Yeah. And, Briggzy in his second pulling the scroll out as well. It meant that he didn't have to learn a second, which is very cunning and smart from him. And
I was going to say that, actually. I don't know if I have done that. Well, I was going to do it against Caustic. I was going to read out, a letter from Jefferson Price. And... it's a good way of not having to learn your stuff. Not that I ever fuck up, Tom. I've actually never choked in any of my battles. If you've ever noticed, I've never choked.
I've watched all your battles, I'm pretty sure, and you've never seemed to slip up.
I've never choked, Tom. Impressive. But some of us actually put effort. We actually like our craft.
I mean, you've stolen tons of bars from Wikipedia, but you've never choked.
Obviously,
so
it's easier to learn, isn't it? But yeah, so you just gotta learn your shit, really.
You do. You do. And, I didn't. And it was just... I wanted the world to swallow me up, really, in that moment. I felt awful. And as I said before,
I like how you were, did you say something like, I'm still getting more laughs than you? And it's like, oh, mate, yeah.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
Some of them are kind of sympathetic. I don't know if you've noticed battle fans the last couple of years, but a lot of them, they're not dickheads like they used to be. They're like, oh, go on, son. Yeah. Keep playing. It's like, you like being 3-0 down, Tom, and you score a goal in the last minute. It doesn't mean shit, mate. It doesn't mean fuck all if they're laughing.
I think, yeah. No.
You know what I mean? It was a bit cringy, Tom, you little fucking twatty wanker choke artist. No offence.
No, I agree. There's lots of cringy moments. Like in my second, when I do that Simpson bar, and I'm like, Simpson bars? I just say that to Bagnall.
You're so clever,
and I'm like,
you think you really... You'd start temple tapping Nelly. God. Wasn't the best, Tom.
No.
I wouldn't be... I think it's just because you got no reaction for it. So you try to get, a sympathetic one, where you're like, come on, guys, cheer for me. No, it's a bit cringy. It makes you look like a bit of a cunty, twatty, arsehole, arse-licking, brown-nosing little joke artist, if I'm being honest with you. But that's just my opinion there, Tom. You can...
I'm sure a lot of people will concur. I mean, let us know. Be honest in the Battle Rap Resume comments. What do you think? I know most people don't really care, but I know a lot of people will be disappointed. Danny Jack put on the group, it was the top 3 most bought on the pay-per-view or most watched, and it was number 1 most watched to the end.
Yeah, I think you did a good job of hyping it up. Just a shame you didn't do a good job of anything else, but we can't take that away from you, Tom. You're a good marketer. I'll give you that. I will give you that one. Briggsy's sort of quite... So when he pulls out the red shirt, what did you think?
Well...
I was kind of wondering when he pulled the t-shirt out, I was like, is that a small or a large?
Yeah, it's not clear, is it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
don't want to be disrespecting the lad.
No.
I like him.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not quite sure. I remember on the group in the morning, I think there's a picture of Danny Jack with a shirt, and I'd been tagged in it or something like that. So I knew that the shirt was going to be involved in some way. And
you didn't even prepare a rebuttal. You could have literally said, is that a large or a small?
Yeah.
I guess you're just not cut out.
I'm not a battler.
But you're not about stealing jokes from Wikipedia, are you, Tom?
And it's annoying as well, where chunks of my second just aren't there. And I think I went too serious as well. And I keep getting in Briggsy's face. I get in his face like 10 times. Like, I need to calm down. And like, my movements are really awkward. And like, it was just, I think I went a bit more on the attack. And obviously, if you're attacking someone and they come comedic, it's you know what I mean? It's fire and water. They're gonna win if they do it better than you.
You know how they have like a thing called short man syndrome?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, I've been in battles before against shorter people, and I'm not really like a dickhead. I don't really get in people's faces, but I've noticed when I'm battling a short person, I'm just like, oh, I can totally use my size to my advantage here, and I get a bit of a tall man syndrome, where I just start like getting aggressive in short people's faces. I'd never fucking do it at Pat Stay or Head Ice.
No.
And I think you've sort of become a victim of this, Tom.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's shouting in the poor lad's face. He's giving you money to buy a t-shirt, you know what I mean?
It was, I remember having Shocks on the show, and he was talking about when him and Tally battled Briggzy and Raptor, and how comparatively small they were, and how he had the same thing. Like, it's quite an odd prospect physically, and, you know, I didn't have the experience that he had, and it was just... You know, I was just trying not to really think about what was going on around me, and it was already going badly in the first, and then I have the slip up in the second, and I skip over a lot of material, and then in the third, when he plays the Battle Rap Resume theme and gets the microphone, you know, I can't say anything other than it was brilliant. Like, you know, I think he did it really well.
Yeah, he didn't really say much in the third either, did he? He just kind of...
No.
He just kind of passed the mic around and interviewed you. That was good. You see, the thing with Briggsy's stuff is he didn't really... There wasn't much that he actually wrote. Like, he read the second round off. He made the job really easy for himself.
Yeah.
And he just kind of buoyed you off because you are sort of a little twatty, cunty, pathetic, crybaby choke artist, aren't you, when you think about it? So it's good that he sort of took that approach with you.
Someone said that I basically cried when he walked out. I don't think I look like I'm crying.
Yeah, you did, Tom. You did. I remember putting that in my notes before I lost them. Yeah, because you were like so disrespectful. Like, I could see in your eyes, like in your head for months before the battle, you'd built it up. Like, you know, you've been rubbing shoulders with all these famous battlers, and you've always wanted to be an amazing battler your whole life. It's all you've ever wanted to be. And at school, they used to be like, what are you going to be when you're older? And they were like, all the kids were like, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a doctor. And you were going to like, I'm going to be a battle rapper. And everyone sort of laughed at you, didn't they, Tom? But you're deep down, you're like, I'm going to show them. And this was your big opportunity to do it. And you completely fucking blew it, didn't you? Because you're a pathetic little whiny, crying all the time, sympathetic loser choke artist. Now I think about it, Tom.
And
I feel like I'm going in on you more than Briggzy did a bit.
Oh yeah, no. Look. I deserve this. I get this. And you know, the third, Bagnall, you know, edited it, so you don't really see. It went on a bit longer when he walked out, and
they cut it out as well.
Yeah. So
you did cry on camera then.
Yeah. I used the scroll to just wipe up the tears, but you know, they basically he walks out, and a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, it was so disrespectful that Briggzy walked out and all that shit." I don't really care about that. Like, a lot of the comments are about that. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest. Like, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's because of the smoke break comment," and it's like, I don't really know what the actual, you know, impetus for him to do that was, but I don't mind it. You know, it didn't. I'm not angry. I actually think it's quite a funny thing. The whole went. I wish it went better. Of course, I wish it went better. But you know, all in all, I was going to lose to a certain extent. And
it's weird that he walked out when it probably should have been you. Should have walked out.
Yeah. I remember Aker was like, "Oh, you should have like walked after him and delivered your bars to him and stuff." And it's like, I was like, that'd be even worse. Like, you know,
no, come here and listen to my bars.
Yeah.
And then you choke.
Yeah. But there's a person that you can sort of see in the background who looks a bit like Briggzy. He's a friend of...
Is it not him?
It's no. There's someone else who looks like Briggzy. So basically, what happened was Briggzy walks out, and Bagnall's like, "Oh, you should just deliver your bars to someone." And Adam Thomas, who
dickhead Bagnall is for doing that.
Adam Thomas, who I always chat to at events stuff, he brought his friend with him who looked just like Briggzy. Like, I'm not joking, he looks just like Briggzy. So I went straight over to him and tried to pull him in, and I don't think he knew what was quite going on. And fair enough, he didn't want to come in, so he didn't. And I think the guy's called Lewis, who actually did it. So shout out to that guy for coming in, and then we sort of cut it so it's semi-seamless. And then I delivered my third about his, and I guess it was kind of funny because it was about his music, and I tried, I sort of end with a Patreon thing and that. But yeah, when he when he did the "Why Did You Choke After Having 7 Months to Repair," it was just the Curb Your Enthusiasm closing theme just played in my head, and there was nothing else I could do.
Yeah, it's weird that they edited that bit, Tom, but they didn't actually edit any of your own stuff for you. I think they've kind of given you a raw deal there. Yeah. I wouldn't battle for them again, Tom. No. I wouldn't promote them at all. They kind of screwed you over there. Yeah. So, did you know he was in the crowd then? When you were doing your little pantomime?
I don't think I did. I think I assumed that he'd walked out. And then at the end, Bagnall showed me his camera, and he sort of showed me that Briggzy was in the background and that sort of stuff. And then, oh my God.
Standing in the background watching you battle someone standing.
I know. Yeah, it's...
He's sort of a hero of mine, Briggzy.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's infamous. I'm not going to say it's iconic. I really hope Ruin Your Day don't do anything on it. I kind of would like to see Lush and like Ilmac watch it and just, but maybe that's egotistical for me.
Yeah, mate. Don't watch the next Loaded Lux battle, yeah? Watch this one where this lad chokes for 3 minutes. They'll be rushing to get that out on the channel, won't they? Fucking hell, Tom.
And then the battle sort of ended, and I just walked away for a little bit, to be honest with you. I just sort of...
From battling, did you walk away? Or?
No. I mean, I should say that I'm working with Premier Battles, so which is very, very cool. So there's obviously no bad blood between me and Briggzy. There never was, but, I have a lot of respect for the guy always, and, like, afterwards, I just sort of... I don't know if it was Stockholm Syndrome, but I just felt very kindly towards him. I was just like, whatever. And, that's a good thing to come out of it. And I'm not going to step away from battle rap. I did think, like, straight afterwards, like, I might end the show. Like, maybe, like, where does the show go from here? Like, I tried it and I felt, but, I'm not a battler.
Well, that was never the point of the show, was it?
No.
Because I could have told you from episode 1 that you are some little cunty little culture vulture twatty cunt choke artist, but you know what I mean. I hope my mum doesn't listen to this because my language has been terrible.
And I saw that you put on the group a few questions for people, so I'll just answer a few of the questions that people asked.
I've got some. I'll read them out, Tom.
Okay, read them out.
You little Piers Morgan dickhead.
Let's go.
Hey, I liked when Callum called you Piers Morgan, by the way.
Yeah.
You little cunty fucking choke artist. Choke artist. So, question from Daron De Jong. Mm-hmm. If Briggzy wore and obviously bought a BRR t-shirt, how did Tom not realise it would have been used in this battle? Did he not supply his real address? Does he ship from China using a middleman, the little cunt choke artist dickhead?
Well, Redbubble...
I may have paraphrased some of that question.
Redbubble is like a proxy website, effectively. So you upload your designs on there, and they deal with everything. So therefore, you get like 1% of the profits. And so all I get is an email saying I've made a sale.
Is that why you keep begging for people to sign up to the Patreon?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah, because then I can just get way more income from that. But yeah, I didn't know, and even if I did know, I don't have the capacity to freestyle. So that's the answer, Daron.
Okay. Adrian Arnenson, ask him if he liked my video. So it was basically a video that he did.
Yeah. Taking
the mick out of you a bit.
Sorry.
What did you think?
I thought it was well edited. It came out very quickly after the initial upload. So I was surprised at that. And yeah, I saw it. Good video.
Yeah. Keelan Breeze, how long did you actually spend writing for this battle?
Not too long, to be honest with you. The third was written about a week before, clearly, the battle.
That always works out well, doesn't it?
I probably didn't take it as serious as I did, because I think the common thing was like, he's been writing for 7 months or whatever and all this sort of stuff. But I hadn't really. I'd just been saying that sort of stuff just to build the hype for the battle. And then when it was sort of real, the first I sort of had down for a while, but Yeah, I didn't have that. And they're only 60-second rounds anyway. But yeah, and I probably had everything down probably a week before.
Yeah, cool. Lewis Ferguson, ask if he was ready to throw hands or G-check Briggs. Is it Briggs or Briggsy now?
I think it's both. I think it's Bison Briggs.
What? Okay.
No, I wasn't.
Imagine all the name flips you could have done. Oh, what a waste.
Yeah, Bison. Yeah. Okay. But, no, there's not going to be a next time. But no, I was just, I was, I don't want to say I was sad afterwards because I was okay. But if you watch the interviews that I've did, like, I don't know, I was a bit drained, I think. I think I was just a bit disappointed because I know that I'm going to watch it in 10 years and just rue it. And, like, everyone came up to me afterwards. Like, this one guy was, like, absolutely plastered out of his head, grabbed me from behind. He went, I bet you're fucking gutted, mate. And he was like...
There's always that one guy at every event with that accent.
Right in my ear. And I turned to him, I was like, mate, yeah, I am. Like, I just, I had nothing else to say. So, yeah, no, I mean, I'm commentator for Premier Battles now, so it'd be very unprofessional. And Briggzy won. Briggzy bodied me. There's nothing I could have done.
Jamil Oriola, will it change how he analyses battlers or their performances in future?
No, it will have absolutely no impact on that. I think I want to keep the sort of me being a critic separate from this. I will be warier of criticising battlers, but I don't think I'm that critical. I think I'm more...
Yeah, I don't think you are, to be honest.
No, I'm I follow quite a lot of bloggers and vloggers out there and stuff, and there's a lot of people that go in on battlers, and I think for the most part, I'm quite positive, so not really, Jamil, no.
Yeah, I think it's like because you're interviewing the people directly, and you're obviously scared shitless of them, Tom, because you're a pathetic little stand in the corner at the school disco choke artist. Peter Cashmore, how does he feel about that extremely unforgiving close-up on him when Briggzy left him alone? Why does he feel that he choked? Could the experience actually make him a better battler? How does he feel about the small but significant amount of Facebook commentators saying that he had better bars?
I appreciate those comments. I mean, there's been no real comments on the actual content of the battle. It's just been on the fact that I choked and the fact that Briggzy bought.
Because they loved that Simpsons bar, didn't they?
Simpsons bar. I had that bad-bodied multi. I had the downloads too. I think it was okay. But if you watch any of my battles, I was never that clever of a writer. Like, I'm the classic sort of, much better as a pundit, I think, than actually as a battler.
So why do you feel like you choked?
I think it's that 142 line. That's 142 haunting me. I think because I changed that first line.
Yeah, he always gets you in the end, doesn't he? 142.
He did. The synapses weren't quite aligned. So yeah, but I'm just coming up with excuses really. But that is why I choked, Pete. And the unforgiving close up. I mean, he's just capturing the battle. But it is awkward seeing yourself on cam, especially just like jerky robotic movements. Like
your worst 5 minutes of your life as well.
Really bad as well.
You couldn't capture the best day, you know what I mean?
No.
But and could the experience actually make him a better battler? See, I think that sometimes losing a battle is better for you than winning one is.
Yeah.
Like my pseudonym performance was terrible, and I just thought I'm gonna just put everything into my Joe Davies one, and Hook ended the lad's career. Come on. So do you think it could have a positive effect?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I did actually battle a fan, because on Patreon, the top tier reward, or as in the toppest tier reward, is to battle me if you're willing to donate £150, which someone actually did. So I'll re-upload that on the channel, actually, because I set it to private. I set it to private because I thought Briggzy would, research it or something,
nice.
But obviously he doesn't give a fuck. So,
I don't think the lad watched any of your battles.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I guess it'll make me a better battler, but I don't want to battle. Like, I think a lot of people think that I'm going to come back. A lot of the comments are like, Tom, keep doing this. I don't care. Like, no offense, I just don't want to do it anymore. This is a one-time thing.
In hindsight, this is from Opwo Nil. I hope I pronounced that right. In hindsight, how would he change his approach? What made him not want to take a similar comedic approach that Briggzy took?
I feel more comfortable in just that bar wordplay sort of shit. Like, I don't feel as comfortable just clowning on someone. I don't think I'm skilled at that. I think it's easier just to go with what I did, where it's just clever writtens delivered.
Oh, really clever. That Simpsons one. Really clever.
Delivered.
Could see you getting on University Challenge by yourself with that one, Tom.
Delivered semi-aggressively, but yeah. Fucking hell, man. It's
Jack Jessup, did he go into it genuinely confident that he would win, or was it just promotion for the clash? I can't imagine he'll have completely believed all the stuff he was saying in the build-up to it. That last bit's not even a question, he's just commenting there that you've got no self-belief because you're a little whiny choke artist cunt pathetic who we should all feel sorry for you.
Jack, you're right. You hit the nail on the head. No, I didn't think I was going to win. Even when we did that face-off with Gemini and I was sort of trash-talking and Briggzy was just quite cool and just sort of played it off. Like, yeah, I didn't necessarily think I was going to win. I thought it'd go better than this, but I didn't really know what to expect. And it was my undoing.
Yeah. Last three questions, Tom. Matt Edwards, why did he give up so easy?
I just couldn't.
And have to be coaxed into performing. Did this lack of self-confidence become a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Yeah, it did. It did, I suppose. I remember Soul saying something that I think he said that his brother said to him was, when you choke, you've already forgotten the thing. It's not there. It's meaning that you just can't access it. And that was running through my head. And I literally couldn't think of anything to say, and I just wanted it to end. But I'm really happy that Bagnall and Soljitsu urged me into it, because at least I got, my first out. But yeah, that's why.
Peter Cashmore again. Does he find it funny that because Briggzy bought a T-shirt, he was effectively paid more than many of the greats of Don't Flop?
Yeah. I guess there's a slight irony there. I mean,
when's your interview with Rowan coming out, Tom?
Soon.
I already know the answer to this one. Don't hold your breath, listeners.
So it's in the pipeline. We're working towards it slowly, but not as quickly as I want it to come. Deff, not as quickly.
Well, I'm just going to be checking that subscription feed every 2 years, and hopefully one of the times it'll be uploaded. Jordan Turvey, his hypothetical next three opponents. So for Jordan here, it's the ones that make the most sense would be Crafty, Tox, and Rob Wilson in that order.
Wow. I mean, all of them would body me. All of them are much better battlers than me. I think Crafty in particular would skewer me. I think it would be ugly. And I think because that's the thing, Briggzy didn't, he sort of mentioned the podcast, but if someone had 3 straight rounds, because there's so much to go into, I'd love to hear what they actually came up with. But yeah, if I ever do battle again, which is very, very unlikely, I would not battle any of those 3 because it would be another body.
Yep. Well, that's all the questions, Tom.
That's it. I think we cleared up. I don't think
you know what, quite admire you for doing this show and kind of you took it on the chin.
Yeah, I had to, really. I think if I was just saying I won or it was 2-1, I got around, I can't lie to myself. I know deep down that I'm a fucking pathetic choke artist, as you said several times.
Wow.
And,
well, you said it, not me, mate.
But there's other things, and the show will continue and go on. And please comment below, everyone, as well. What did you think of this battle? Genuinely, what did you think of this battle? It's kind of a funny relic. I'm sort of getting used to it. I rewatched it just before we went on air, and it wasn't as painful. I just wish I didn't do that first round choke. I think I still would have lost, but I just wish I could have connected it a bit better. But I appreciate you coming on, Def, and I appreciate you being brutally honest.
Yeah, well, I had half an hour to kill Tom, so I just thought I'd come on and kick you while you're down, to be honest, which, I don't battle anymore, and that used to be my favourite thing to do to people, just kick them while they're down, Tom, and steal jokes from Wikipedia.
Well, I should say, if you've enjoyed this podcast and you want to hear me and Def talk about something that's completely not battle rap related, in fact, Alan Moore's masterpiece, Watchmen, we do a podcast called Watching the Watchmen. We've done 10 episodes. We've spoken for 15 hours on this thing now. And very, very excitingly, tomorrow we're interviewing John Higgins, who was one of the 3 people who worked on Watchmen. He was the colorist along with the artist Dave Gibbons. I kind of can't believe it's happening. It's very, very fucking exciting. So, if you want to hear Def be kinder to me and for us to be a bit softer, a bit more, expansive in our horizons, they can check that out. And and Def, we're always going to mention your Patreon, right? Again, it brings down the site for the amount of traffic that it gets. But
it's a shame you couldn't have been that funny in the battle, Tom.
But your website, right? I mean, you went semi-viral with that Cloverfield thing.
Yeah, just a semi. Just keep it semi. Deffinition.co.uk. Review comics, games, movies, TV shows, everything. Just please go. Please visit.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Danny Jack, Craig, Ryan, Briggzy, of course, Code Red. Like, I'll probably edit all the things we've done. We've had the face-offs, we've had the build-ups, we've had the recaps into some sort of hour and a half, chaotic thing. So if you want to go back and relive this saga, I'm kind of happy that it's over. I'm not happy with how it turned out, but in a sense, I deserved it, I compared myself to Icarus flying too close to the sun, and Heretic said that it was the most Tom Quee thing Tom Quee has ever said, which I turned to my girlfriend, I was like, what does he mean? She's like, oh, you don't know what he means? I was like, I kind of know what he means, but, it was still a bit of a bitter pill to swallow. Shout out to Heretic. But
some people, Tom, are meant to be astronomers, and some people are meant to be astronauts.
That's profound.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, so again, watching The Watchmen, let me steer you in that direction. If you've not encountered that podcast before, love doing that podcast with Def. Go watch Soliloquy versus Bison Reeds. Go subscribe to Code Red. Go support Premier Battles as well. All my commentary tracks are on the battles so far, and love doing that. So shout out to the guys for having me on board. Def, I want to say it's been a pleasure. I think it's been a necessary pain, but thank you as always for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem, Tom. Anytime you need someone to tell you how shit you are, I'm only one phone call away.